everybody. My name is Jocelyn Barco, and I'm a double diamond with ItWorks Global. I am here to hopefully quickly share a little bit of my story with you. I have a tendency to ramble, so I'm going to try to avoid doing that. So back in my younger days, I spent a lot of years as a nanny and a lot of years as an administrative assistant. When I got pregnant with my first son, I was an office manager, and I worked up until the day before he was born. And then after that, I ended up staying home. I was a stay-at-home mom for him, and then 2.5 years later, I had my daughter, and I thought we were done, but I had my third about 3.5 years after that. So I was able to stay home with them up until my youngest son was about 1.5 years old. And then it became obvious that I needed to go back to work. Basically, I just needed enough to make my car payment. It was insanely high. It was like $550, and it just was getting really, really hard. So I just needed enough to make that. So I was kind of bitter about that because I felt like I had spent so many years of my life taking care of other people's kids. I couldn't believe that I was going to have somebody else take care of mine. So I spent, a lot of weeks interviewing and filling out applications and sobbing, hours and hours sobbing, looking at daycares for my son, my youngest son. And during all of this, I was friends with Courtney Vogelsang on Instagram. And I didn't really pay much attention to her business posts. I mostly just really loved seeing pictures of her sons, and I loved how positive she was. And so it wasn't until she started posting about a $10,000 bonus that I was like, hey, now, I think that I could use that. So I started asking her some questions, and in the back of my mind, I never really thought that I was going to do anything with it because I hate sales. I am awful at sales. I do not like talking people into things. If you don't want it, that's great. So I'm just going to go about my merry way now, and you don't have to do it, and I'm not going to talk you into it. So I've had a couple sales jobs when I was way younger for like 2 weeks. It was bad. I just am really, really bad at it. So, I didn't think that I was going to be any good at it. I told her I don't like doing parties. I have zero interest in getting up and talking in front of people. Just doing this video right now, I'm like, I'm a nervous wreck, because I know people are going to be watching it. So I'm not a very outgoing person. I'm very introverted. And, I didn't think that I had any time. I didn't think I had any extra time to do anything. So those were my main concerns, but she was so nice and she answered so many questions, and basically I was desperate. I was completely desperate for even just the chance that it might work out and I might be able to stay home with him. It was complete desperation. So I signed up, and I had zero money. So I had to sell some stuff on Craigslist in order to even get the money to start up. But she told me, it's risk-free. I mean, basically, because once I got the kid, I could sell the wraps and make all that money back. And, it just wasn't really a problem at all. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to fail. I am going to fail at this because I just know that I am. There's no way that I'm going to be good at it. But I would always wonder what if. I would always wonder what if in the back of my mind. So I had to at least try. And I did. So, I wasn't nearly as bad as I expected. I got 7 customers in my first 20 days, and I was like, oh, what is happening? I couldn't even believe it. And I didn't feel like a salesperson. Never, not even one single time. I just felt like I was, sharing. I was just sharing the information, what I was learning, and I just couldn't even believe that I managed to do that, So she added me to this team page on Facebook, and the people they were so friendly and helpful. Oh my goodness, they were so helpful. And positive. I loved the positivity on that page. It was so amazing. And there was training, and I never felt like I was alone, because I'd never done network marketing before. I didn't even know what it was. I'm like, network marketing, what is that? So it was like, it was just so huge, this page that she was on it. And then I asked her, I mean, her specifically, probably 5 million questions at least. And she always helped me, and she was always sweet, and just such an amazing person and help. And I can't say enough good things about her and the team in general. You know what I mean? Just so much, so uplifting and encouraging all the time. So I didn't get the bonus, the $10,000 bonus, but I figured I was doing okay, you know, with it. I wasn't growing by leaps and bounds or anything like that, but I felt like there was so much potential, so much more so than any other job that I could have ever had. I mean, there was no way that I had the potential to make as much as I did with this company. So why quit? You know what I mean? And I felt like I could actually do it, because there were people just like me that were doing it. I was watching their journey, and it was so amazing. Oh my goodness, it was just so amazing. So I ended up promoting a couple of times, and it was so exciting. Oh my goodness, it was so exciting. I couldn't believe it. I didn't think that I was going to do anything, and I promoted. And then I went to my first corporate event, and oh my goodness, it was incredible. It was life-changing. All these people, you're surrounded by these people that feel the same as you, and they have the same belief, and they're just, wow. It was absolutely amazing. And it was after that that I really, really took off, and I got to Double Diamond. And I ended up getting $45,000 in bonuses in that process, which was amazing. And so now I am charted for triple, and I am aiming for January for that. And it still blows my mind. Everything about it just blows my mind. And so, yeah, that's my story, and it took 7.5 minutes. I'm sorry. So yes, thank you for watching. Bye.